Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor, and we are back in the Fisherfold in Umbar harbour. We have met most of the crew. We are still missing Walang and one of Driftwood's quests that we somehow missed. Well, at least Driftwood we missed. I don't know how. But bottom line, I was checking a little bit. Didn't get into any kind of spoilers, but from what I understand, we'll get a chance of talking to both Driftwood and the Gwalang as we... the epic will send us to those locations, basically, so we don't need to worry about that. So I think we can advance the epic a little bit more, see how it goes.
The crew learned something valuable, for I have had a hard time of it.
I leaned out over one of the railings and studied the Citadel of Winds from afar, but that place seems to be a fortress and impregnable. I cannot think of any way we will get inside if that is where the kindred of the coins is holding the prisoners. I am sorry, I am feeling rather out of sorts. Someone bumped into me right before you arrived and I almost fell. Folks should watch where they are going.
Why are you staring at me like that?
You encourage Caebar to check his belongings, concerned that he might have fallen victim to a pickpocket. He frantically searches his clothes for his money purse. Here it is, thank goodness. But as light as it ever is, I am sorry to say. But what is this? He retrieves an unfamiliar scrap of parchment from one of his pockets, and his eyes go wide as he reads the message written on it. It is a message from Cruel Dancer, he whispers, handing it to you. Oh. Crocodiles outside city, lamps in the night, broken, just enough for one. The dancer.
You think it means she's found a way to the prisoners?
Lamps in the night, crocodiles. Caebar thinks it over. I heard the crocodiles to the southeast of the city having a problem for merchants trying to go that way. Maybe that is where we should start? But it sounds like only one of us should go. That must be you, right? Tell me that you think she means you. You are sure, Caebar, that you will investigate the crocodiles outside the city by yourself, and he should continue his efforts in the Sail Haven. He breathes a sigh of relief and wishes you well. Okay. There are two ways about this. Boy, she's so far away. We can try and leave through the eastern exit. I guess I think that should be better. Oh boy, her inventory is full once again, and that means we cannot open the tracer we just got, but we cannot complete any more quests. Oh boy. Yep, we don't have enough room to do that. I guess if we open one of these primary essence blocks, we can go with agility and vitality. We can also go wheel, because from what I understand, wheel is also beneficial to tanks. It will give you some mitigation. Heraldry of the Lion? No, I don't want that. The eastern exit. Boy, yeah. I got so distracted checking my inventory. Anyway. I also couldn't resist, and I double checked some of the locations we are missing. Some of those locations we have still yet to go to, but some others we missed, so we'll need to take care of that. But later. Right now, I think we really need to get going, or at least I really want to get going. How far are we, I wonder? Too much. It's even further than Eladan and Elro here. Oh, is this another entrance to the city? Oh yeah, it is. You have discovered the Dampstone Inn. Awesome. Ah, there's another quest in here. What happened?
Do you have need of something?
Far to the east of the city, I ran afoul of Usham Shadows. Oh, I have to say it. Spiders, terrible things. In my haste to escape, I left my satchel behind. Will you go back there and retrieve it for me? And perhaps you will defeat some of the creatures that frightened me so. Okay. But now that we have found the inn, I wonder... what's the way from inside the city? That one was really well hidden. Right by the Crab and Cutlass Inn. Okay. Oh, you could have told me about the spiders the first time we were in here. Boy, if I had discovered this quest. Because it seems now we'll have a short detour before we get to talk to Cruel Dancer. So be it. Glad to inform you, I was also right about what I thought. There are no locations for these deeds to be found within the Citadel of Winds. Really? Oh boy, is that a lion? It hit pretty hard. Not sure I want to face her. Not now. I mean, I from what I understand, there are a couple of dailies for the lions. But until then, I'm quite happy to avoid them. Oh, there we have the spiders. Really? How close do you need to be for the life tap to trigger? Defeated spiders east of the city? Okay. If we're lucky, there will be a treasure cache somewhere around here. Umbar artifact chest. Sure, give it to me. No, what? Okay. Heavy chest anywhere? Okay. Here we have the satchel. Alright. You pick up Usham's satchel and resolve to return it to him outside the Dampstone Inn. A treasure cache! I told you so! You found Hatafor. Cool. Another location for the Cape of Umbar Exploder as well. And this is just treasure cache 4 out of 20. Boy. Does this look bad? So bad. Let them come. There they come. Okay. A quick detour, as we said. Nothing too bad. Back to the Dampstone Inn it is. And then Cruel Dancer. Cruel Dancer for certain this time. Yeah, we're only missing the Fleet Watch Tavern and the Wharf Beacon. Those are the two that we could have gotten already, but we haven't. And the other ones are on places of the city we haven't been to yet. So... wasn't that bad, all things considered. We had only missed 3 locations, and all the other ones were undiscovered places. So that's fine. Now, I'm not sure, once again, how did we miss Driftwood for his other quest, because that would have also gotten us to the Tor Gardens, so at some point we'll need to return to the gardens, it seems. That will also allow me to double check if there was any quest in the gardens that we might have missed, because it was a short stay in the gardens and I thought it would be longer. I would have loved for it to be longer.
There is much to be done, and fewer hands by which to do it.
You rescued my satchel from the spiders. Thank you, friend. Can you set it down on that small table over there? Which one? Ah, this one. Are you paying a debt or something? As you go to set it down, a sneaky spider leaps from the satchel. Well, at least it's a small one. The triumph over the sneaky spider. That was a close one. For Usham, yes.
Might you spare a moment?
There was a spider hiding in my satchel? It must have fetched a ride when I was traveling toward the city and thought to surprise me when I least expected it. These creatures will stop at nothing to terrify me. I am lucky that I dropped the satchel when I did. Why did I ever send you to bring it back to me? You ask Usham what he would like done it with his satchel now. He gazes at you in horror. Keep it! Are you mad? I do not want it anymore. Take it outside the city and leave it there. And I hope this quest auto-completes, because we really don't need to come back to Usham after we dump the satchel. And I really want to get to the meeting with Cruel Dancer. How many spiders are there inside, I wonder? You set down the satchel. Honestly, you cannot really blame Usham for this. Okay, if you say so. I, however, can blame him for having me have to go back to the inn. Where is he? Usham is gone, but a woman standing nearby calls for your attention. Maisha.
Farewell to you.
Your friend is gone. He said he was going to sign up with one of the caravans and go with them to a land far from here where spiders will no longer menace him. She grins at you. He left before I could tell him about any of the great beasts that I have heard live in the inn and beyond the vast deserts. Much worse than any of the spiders you find around here. Oh well, he will see. Good day to you. It's always spiders, yes. And I mean, I've seen bigger spiders, right? We've seen bigger spiders, so you're not safe with the caravans. Sorry to tell you. Now, with this done, can we please at last talk to Cruel Dancer? But if Usham is going to the caravans, will he have a follow-up? somewhere else in the city, or maybe in a future update. Maybe. Everything's possible, right? Now, can we finally go to Cruel Dancer? I am repeating myself, I know, but I mean, I've enjoyed my time in the city so far, but all we've done has been explore the city and get some additional information on the Kindred, which is, of course, really useful, but we are nowhere closer to the completion of our mission, so we really should get to that as well. But if I understand this correctly, there will be another diversion for us before we continue our rescue mission. Balakat, and there is a treasure cache over here. Cool. Okay. Oh, the crocodile. They don't seem that strong, but I would still like to be cautious. Of course, you cannot see a lot. Now, where are these broken lamps? Ah, but this is a crab, not a crocodile. Really? I mean, I can barely see anything in here. I am stumbling into every single enemy. Thick-hide crocodile elder. No, I don't want that. They only threaten to attack. Okay, that is fortunate. Because I don't want to fight them, and I guess these guys know it. Yeah, this is what I thought. The epic would take us really close to the Hunter Expedition camp. And that was content added after the release of the expansion, but this would be the best time to actually do it, so that's what we will be doing for a little while, at least. So what do we have in here? Zerko. This guy over here. Tatháta and Nakási. Ah, Beriathan for embers, no.
And the winds
Not yet.
fair winds to you.
Here, in the wilds outside of our city, we find a great deal of fauna that provide the craftspeople within our city with vital materials to their professions. It does not matter why you come to this encampment, only that you are here, and if you're willing and capable of assisting us in gathering resources and in eliminating the greater threats that stalk the dunes, shores, prairies and hills surrounding Umbar Harbour. Okay, and there we go. We have unlocked everything in here.
Might you spare a moment?
Greetings! It appears that the overseer of this effort has found another set of hands to help us meet the quotas we are asked to meet. If this is true, then I would have you see my 3 assistants to learn about the fauna, specifically the crocodiles, that dwell along the shore here in the eastern stretch of Umbar. Once you have absorbed the knowledge that my associates possess, return to me so that I can set you about the many tasks that we have. And it seems this is yet another wrapper, a wrapper within a wrapper, if you will. You spoke with Tevorin, eh? Then you want to know about the salties and the value of their hide. Valuable. Very valuable. The hide is thick and scaly, but pliable enough to mold and shape as you need. True masters of the craft make fine leathers, cups, bracers, belts, and helms from the hide of the beasts. Further, the thin layer of fat that one can peel from the sinewy muscles and hide can be boiled down into an oil that helps to maintain the pliability of the hide during processing. Somebody did the research. Guess we gotta remove this because we're about to get a bunch of quests. The land to the east of the city and north of this encampment is barren and desert-like. There lay a wasteland where trees grow sparsely and danger lurks within the sand. Terrible creatures sift through the sand, spin it about them as they blow across the landscape. Or worse, lay traps to ensnare the unobservant. Above all else, one must be alert and informed when entering those lands. I advise consulting with the experts here within the expedition camp for their guidance and direction to understand why we hunt in the desert and what you should expect if you make your way there.
Do you have need of something?
The hills and plains that meet the city teem with an abundance of fauna, natural and corrupt. Cooks in the city use bits gathered from uncorrupted creatures to supplement the food served throughout the city. My role is to organize the collection and distribution of the materials the cook required and reward any who aid in the effort. Discuss with Zerko and Dorshet the benefits gained from gathering materials and the danger inherent to meeting the requests. Oh boy, a lot of stuff in here. I think we gotta lock the main quest. Oh boy. As you climb the hills far to the north and west of this expedition, you will see signs of uncorrupted fauna. Seahawks soar on the warm air resin from the land as it fights with cool breezes from the sea. Buck lurkers, often mistaken for reeds or detritus, wander in large numbers. Cooks in Umbar draw the most value from these creatures. Seahawks lay large, flavorful eggs that the epicures devour by the dozen. The profit gain exceeds the risk presented by disturbing the Seahawks' nests. Buck lurker legs are a delicacy for the thin shaft of gelatinous meat drawn forth from when boiled, and the salty broth that remains after. Last, the seeds found on the lurker's back row to stock are vegetable and spice stores. Can I send you to learn about why the chefs of Umbar desire us to explore and ravage the already ravaged desert land to the east of the city, eh? I will tell you then. Across the desert grows an abundant array of aromatic and potent spices that give many of the dishes enjoyed by our aristocracy. It is for this reason that we send so many adventurers into the wastes. There are enemies there, grim winds that carry the spice and worms that sift the sand to move, leaving spice in their wake or carrying the spice within themselves. These are each viable targets for the collection of the spices we desire. But be wary, the magical nature of the cream and the violent nature of the sandworms should not be underestimated. Though it does not spring to mind when you think of food, there is some valuable in the flesh of the crocodile. The meat is tough, gamey, and requires some preparation, but there are delicacies that are enjoyed by many throughout the region. There are no prime cuts that come from the crocodile, but the meat can be dried or prepped and turned into trail rations and some other tasty treats that are crafted by guildmasters in the city. I have no desire to harm the Seahawks making their nests in the northern part of the Keep of Umbar. Unlike the culinarians, I do not wish to steal their young. I want only to recover what they lose and what they find that was lost. I am sorry, I do not mean to be cryptic. The Seahawks lose their feathers naturally and unnaturally. The Seahawks also find bubbles and bits from shipwrecks. My patrons in the city desire these commodities and pay well for any who deliver them. Oh, you have another one. Bones from creatures we once hunted among the waves are carved by some jewelers, but it is a hobby that the seaborn warriors practice that brings value to something other than the bones of the saltwater crocodiles. Their teeth. Crocodile teeth are larger than most and make carving easier. When sealed properly, they make fine thong fasteners as well as ornamentation for outfits or jewelry.
There is much to be done and fewer hands by which to do it.
Zerko and Dorshet do not believe that there is a threat posed by the Seahawks and Buck lurkers as you attempt to relieve them of their limbs and eggs. I respect their knowledge but question that advice. I would also use caution, friend. Boy, so many!
There is much to be done and fewer hands by which to do it.
Seahawks scavenge shore and shoals for materials to build their nests. The birds find bubbles and curiosities within the wrecks along the sandbars to the north and store the treasures in their nests. Some of those bubbles may have value to the jewelers in Umbar. Find encrusted keepsakes in the Seahawks' nests and return them to me here at the encampment.
What news has come in with the tide?
How many legs? There is a nest of buck lurkers north beyond the city. I cannot say that the lurkers are a menace, only that the cooks of Umbar prize the seeds you can pluck from their backs. Their legs too are a delicacy enjoyed widely in the city. Because of these facts, they become the target of hunters. You will be paid if you join in this hunt.
There is much to be done and fewer hands by which to do it.
I prefer if you can acquire feathers without killing the seahawks. There should be feathers that the birds lose in the process of molting. If you do not find enough in the nests, you may have to kill the birds to meet our quota. Find the birds in the hills north of Umbar proper and far north from this encampment. I need 14 pristine feathers returned to me.
What news has come in with the day?
Epicurians in the city desire seahawk eggs for their unique flavor and size. The birds make their nests north beyond the city, where the hills roll into the shore. Go north and seek out the seahawk nests. Collect 14 eggs from their nests and return them to me. Yeah, that's what I thought. Far north from Umbar. I don't know if we'll get a chance of going that far north, but we'll see. In the desert land east of Umbar Harbour, there is a great brood of spiders weaving deep nests and webs to ensnare beasts as large as water buffalo. It is these spiders that the aristocracy prizes, not for anything other than the webbing and silk that the spiders weave. When worked through looms, the spider's silk can be turned into beautiful fabrics that are then dyed and manufactured to the specifications made by the great tailors of the guilds and sold to the well-to-do. Be warned, the spiders are foul creatures with a penchant for blood, and sadly they are very good at obtaining what they desire. You must simply be better at keeping yourself alive. That is the Tammy for embers, okay.
What news has come in with the time?
Take note of what you were told. The wilds of Umbar can be very dangerous. Oh boy.
What news has come in with the time?
A new chef in Umbar created a dish enjoyed immensely by the kindred of the coins. This chef's success drives demand for craft claws to a place that cannot be met. I am tasked with sending hunters to acquire the claws to help meet the quotas put upon the Cook's Guild. Are you willing to assist?
Might you spare a moment?
It must come as no surprise that the thick hide of the crocodile that protects the top side of their bodies can also be used as a fine defense for our warriors. What is not as obvious is the value of the soft underbelly. Many of the more affluent members of the city desire bags or water skins made of that skin, and so I will ask that you go to the shore in search of complete skins of each type, 6 of each to be precise.
Do you have need of something?
Though there is not much to the layer of fat on a crocodile, when distilled with water and some herbs, it is the best solution with which to tan, treat, and maintain the armor refined hides that craftsmen create. I have need for 8 files of the fat layer between the muscle and sinew of the crocodiles. I will furnish you the files. You will need to collect the viscera.
There is much to be done, and fewer hands by which to do it.
Nearly all of the crocodile can be eaten, so I will not require any particular portions of the beasts for this request. We have only been tasked with acquiring meat. To be exact, I will need a stone's worth of crocodile meat. The meat will need to be unspoiled, but otherwise any crocodile meat should suffice.
You have need of something?
As you now know, teeth from the crocodiles can be used in many of the craftsman works, from the simplest fastener to ornate pieces that embellish the self. I must collect 10 crocodile incisors if you're willing to make the effort. And yes, I am. Once again, this is, Tammy for embers, and here. The reasons to hunt in the desert waste are many. As a scholar, the main reason that I choose is knowledge. We seek to understand the secrets of spiders' weaving webs. We wish to know why the frill about a lizard's neck repairs itself as does a salamander's body. These mysteries are the puzzles that drive us back into the desert when we know the dangers are great.
Do you have need of something?
Oh, hello, welcome, excuse me. The man seems confused. Forgive me, I was told the position here would be in the field. I have spent a good deal of time adjusting to the demands put upon me in organizing details on hunts rather than the pursuits I originally intended. If you would consult with the experts here for details on the importance of the creatures you will be hunting. Again. This never ends. Boy. I do hope that my peers explain that the worms and salamanders have no value to them or their patrons, but to me and my patrons they are a critical and vital creature. From the glands just behind their tongues to the natural springs of tar that is their habitat, there are uses for the creatures. The worms and salamanders that make the north and west reaches of their habitats have no value for an outfitter. The wild hogs of the moorlands have 2 uses. Their hides and coats can be refined by skilled foresters and made into something used by outfitters like myself. Additionally, their dung is a critical component in the process of creating the tannins that we use to cure and treat the hides of nearly all animal leathers. What the advisors teach you is learn from books and speeches. What I will tell is from experience of my own and that of travelers who make their way through the unforgiving desert. When there is a question of just your safety, move to the rocks. When your journey is beginning, make sure to drink your water. Share your water with others only if they are trusted or of your kin. Do not linger on the hot sand too long. Now you are as prepared as can be. Oh boy! Jesus! Scholars and outfitters in Umbar City concocted a plan to produce silk at reduced risk to people like us. They desired to gather enough eggs from the broodmother in the desert nest to cultivate a brood within the city. Should they succeed, perhaps our lives would be less fraught with danger. I will carefully package and deliver the spider eggs if you will collect them for me. Water buffalo haunches provide several cuts of meat for the cooks of Umbar City to use in banquet dinners and feasts. They desire that we deliver a great deal of the haunches to them. As you hunt the buffalo, cut the haunches from the bone and deliver them to me. I will pay you for your effort and send the meat to the cooks in the city. The blistering heat of the sun burns flesh and draws water from our skin. To protect ourselves from the danger that the sun presents, we use tents and other items to shield our heads. The buffalo that roam the outskirts of the desert have large hides conducive to these purposes. I ask that you hunt and skin the beasts for their hides and then return them to me. There are oddities in nature that scholars believe are worth studying. The frilled lizards in the desert are among the natural creatures that Umbari scholars find fascinating. The thin membranous frills around the lizard's necks heal even if ruptured or removed. This regeneration is not unique among lizard-like creatures in Umbar. The process by which the membrane repairs itself is unknown, but our scholars are working toward understanding. We must help their efforts by acquiring lizard frills and delivering them to the city. Chefs in Umbar say that the blend of spices used to enhance the flavor of their dishes is more important than the collection of any other ingredient. The spice blend is rare and found only in the desert. Worse still is the method for collecting the spice. To obtain desert spice, you must eliminate the carrier. Strange winds streaking across the desert or sandworms are known to be spice carriers. Seek them out in the desert land to the north and return to me when you're gathered 12 sacks full. Yeah, I can help you. Why not? Merchants or magistrate, if you are a leader in Umbar, you dress in fineries offered by the outfitters who learn to refine the heavy silk of desert spiders into fine fibers and fabric. For those like you and me, not destined to walk the halls of leadership, we work to collect the materials that outfitters and tailors use to adorn the leaders with the trappings of their offices. Use caution when collecting the silk from the spiders in the desert. They are known to entrap many travelers and beasts who stumble like newborn calves through their nests. I have another request from the scholars of Umbar. An interest in learning the secrets of nature inspires scholars to learn the secrets of spinning spider silk. Scholars believe that careful study of spider glands will provide insight into how the natural process of spinning webs takes place. Our task requires we obtain 8 pairs of undamaged glands to assist in the scholars' research. Worms and salamanders in any of the forms they take here in the Cape of Umbar are not for eating. Their flesh and meat is poison to us. The boars that wallow in the mud pools along the hills of Umbar have meat decent enough for normal fare. No cook would ever use the meat for delicacies. Innkeepers and the commoners, on the other hand, will happily purchase the meat for modest meals. So, you will see where this is going.
Might you spare a moment?
You see my problem? He shakes his head. I signed on to the expedition with intent of heading into the wild myself. I wanted to slay these creatures and end my own glory. He stares off into the sky. There is such glory to be had in the city if you're the one who finds and defeats the great salamander, Nejagil. He shakes his head as if pulling himself out of a daydream. Look at me now, a manager of goods and service.
Might you spare a moment?
North and west of our encampment and beyond the city bounds, you will find a collection of worms in the craggy hills. I have a request for the glands within their throats that give them their fiery disposition and abilities. Our alchemists make use of them in many ways and pay my patron for their acquisition. I will need 6 pairs of intact fire glands to offer your payment. Boy, we're about to get capped on our quest log. Can you believe that?
Do you have need of something?
Not everyone can partake in affluent meals and delicacies. For many of the commoners, the best meal is one that is simply fresh, hot, or something heartier than fruits or vegetables. For them, I am asked to gather meat from the wild hogs of the hills and plains to the north of our camp and the city. This seems a simple order.
Do you have need of something?
Avido shakes his head. I admit that this is an ignoble request. Outfitters in the city who provide and create leathers for the populace require a certain amount of an item. He pauses and sighs. They require dung. The dung of boars or wild buffalo. The source does not truly matter. It is a crucial ingredient in the process to create the tannins used to tan hides. I am to obtain 20 heaps for delivery to the city. If you are willing to undertake this request, you will be paid very well.
There is much to be done, and fewer hands by which to do it.
When hunting the wild hogs of the eastern cape of Umbar, we are cautious to leave little waste. The hides of the wild hogs, as an example, can be used to outfit our populace, make satchels or packs, and much more. My patrons request that I oversee the collection of a good number of these hides. If you are willing to assist, then there is payment to be made.
Might you spare a moment?
In the habitat where you find the worms, there are sands that bubble with crude smelling oil. The sand is thick and heavy, drawing down most anything too large and heavy to stand upon it. There are those in the city proper, however, who prize these sands, for when treated correctly, they can harness the power of fire with it for days at a time. I ask that you fill 3 sacks with the sand and return it to me. Okay, we are done finally picking up all the quests. And this is a little bit more of it, but... how many did we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10! Nowhere near done. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19... 21 quests in the Cape of Umbar. Boy, is that a lot. At least we can advance a few of them right now with the crocodiles, and we'll see how it goes from there, but for God's sake, let me talk to Cruel Dancer now. Or at least find a lamp. Heavy branches, no, that's not what I want. Or deposit, no. Oh! Savannah Stalker. This doesn't look good. Stop lagging! Christ, I'm trying to... Boy! Die! Lion Slayer of the Cape of Umbar, are you for real? Are you for friggin' real? We need to defeat 60 lions and you're giving me this just now. Before this lamp was overturned, it may have guided ships along the river. Okay, another lamp. Is this one of the cows we need for the quests? Yeah. I mean, in principle, it's not hard. You just gotta fight everything outside the Cape of Umbar. The cows, the boars, the spiders, the hogs, the bug lurkers, the worms and salamanders, the grims. Well, there's a lot of stuff. But there are so many quests. What about this one? You feel eyes upon you. Someone watches from the west. Cruel Dancer, of course. Cruel Dancer waves you over to her. I am glad you received my message. I wonder after I left it if perhaps I was too subtle for the scribe to realize it had been given to him. Our shared purpose is almost complete, Beriathan. The line of lamps indicates the way to a secret harbour used by certain members of the Kindred of the Coins. I have reason to believe your prisoners are held within, and several of the bounties upon the Kindred are ripe for me to claim. Here's what I know of this secret harbour. It has been the birth of the ship belonging to Tatháta sea beast, but ever since Nakási Wave Reaper's husband perished in Gondor, she has used it for her own ship as well. I do not know for what reason she chooses not to dock in the city proper, but I believe we will find both vessels in the harbor when we descend. The way is treacherous, but we can use this rope to descend to the ledge we must take. It is narrow, with only room for one of us to pass at a time. Once you reach the far side of the ledge, there is a ladder that descends to the hidden harbor where our 2 targets keep their ships. You can go first down the rope, and we'll be right behind you. And this... oh. Do I do this now? Boy. I don't know. I don't know if I should be doing this now. Oh. Yeah, this will take us to an instance. And afterwards, I don't know. So, I gotta do at least the crocodiles, the boars, and the cows that are within this area. With a little bit of luck, I can get all that completed. Ah, right, we also gotta fight crabs. Forgot about the crabs. And the best thing about this is I'm about to run out of wound pots. And I will need a few more of them. Well, if I can get a supplier for me, then it wouldn't be that bad. Oh, you're also running with landscape difficulty? Fearless. Oh boy. These crocodiles apply a nasty poison. Very similar to the Abangs. Well, they look like distant kin. Yeah, I'm gonna accept the fellowship in here. But we gotta go really fast. Oh, fast. Ah, this is a champion. So it doesn't seem to be running landscape difficulty. And if that is the case, then you will do me a great favor. Yeah, he's not running landscape. Cool. Because that means I can finish this avalanche of quests much more faster than I thought. Don't leave me hanging, buddy. Look, help me with these guys, please. Oh boy. I mean, I think those are all the crocodile meats that I need. for God's sake, please help me with this, guys. Thank you so much, because that was close. Oh boy. Okay, more crabs. Gotta keep looking for crabs. Thankfully the crocodiles don't attack. There's a boar in there. Do you need the boars and and you also need the boars, thank you. Okay. What else do we have in here? A crab. Where is it? Here. That was fast. Of course, none of these guys stand a chance in regular difficulty. And as I said, I don't mind the help. We are splitting up, fighting the crabs, it seems. Boy, is he fast. Loving it. There's a buffalo in here and a boar. And again, we really should stick together. Treasure cache! Awesome! I'll need to defeat these guys. Well, I need to be quick, but... I mean, we're about to be done with the buffaloes. Please die. We have a treasure cache. 6 out of 20. Cool. Yeah, I'm sorry, I cannot one-shot enemies. Maybe I could if I weren't running a landscape difficulty, but that's just a dream for me right now. But boy, are you so fast. Right, we got all the boar. we need, I guess. We need one more buffalo haunch. That was fast. And hopefully this guy will have the last thing we need. Alright, 14. There we go. Now we only need the salamanders. Let me double check. Gotta remove all in here. So the hawks, the spider eggs, the lurkers, more hawks, the glands, the dung. That's a very good question. How do we get the dung? The tar sand, the lizard frails, the sack of spice, spider silk. Yeah, all that is further to the north. Are we going back to the camp now? Yeah, the fellowship has ended. But if you ask me, that's right on time. We completed a lot of stuff. About what? Half of what we had? A third at least? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, about a third of all the quests that we had. That helps a lot, so thank you so much. And I don't know, we have enough time today to do the other things we are missing, but at least we can turn in these quests. 26 crab legs. Some task items that we can sell. No, not task item, junk that we can sell. I would expect, after we complete this, you will unlock dailies for defeating all these guys again and gathering the materials. But for now, we can complete this. These haunches are expertly removed from the water buffalo. It is clear that you have undertaken tasks like this before. I will see that the Cook's Guild in Umbar becomes aware of your contributions. Please accept this reward for the assistance you provided. Don't have enough room. That's what I thought. Let's see what can we do away with. Gemstones, right. Furs and scales, and that should be enough. The gauntlets. Yeah, at some point we might use them. A fine collection. I will return this to my patron in the city and they shall be made into useful avoids for the populace.
Do you have need of something?
As requested, so delivered. Enough meat to feed a family for a month. The guilds and the kindred are doing much to provide for the citizens. I do believe that this is admirable. Thank you, Beriathan.
What news has come in with the Tatháta?
A simple request fulfilled. You are proving very capable and prompt. Perhaps we could convince you to stay with us and assist us beyond a day or two? He laughs. No, I know well the call of adventure and would not wish this style of life on you, friend. Yeah, thank you for understanding. Oh, what do you have now? Boar hunters.
What news has come in with the Tatháta?
You see, that's what I thought. My patron asks for more boar meat and hides. The commoners did well because of our efforts. Shall we continue our enterprise where you collect the beast's loins and skins and I ship it on to the city? Yeah, but not today. But I will pick the daily nonetheless, just in case. Ah, you have another one? A penchant for buffalo. Water buffalo are the choice of the moment in Umbar City. My patron demands that more haunches and hides be collected and delivered to them. Will you venture into the desert and plains in search of the buffaloes, claim their hides and haunches and return them to me? Yeah. Again, as I thought, lots of dailies that we will unlock.
What news has come in with the tide?
This is exactly what I required, friend. I will ensure the claws are delivered to my patron and they will know your involvement. After all, you should be rewarded with more than I can offer for your continued efforts.
There is much to be done, and fewer hands by which to do it.
Ah, this counts as a fortune quest. Awesome. This will do nicely. The size is close to the same and I can see that you did your best to minimize the damage when fought the creature. You have my thanks for fulfilling this request.
What news has come in with the tide?
Excellent work. Once the outfitters get hold of this, they will turn it into a softener that will keep their product flexible and strong for years. They will earn a larger amount of coin than you or me. At least we are paid for our efforts.
Might you spare a moment?
Yes, this will do. It feels about the full weight for a stone. Thank you for your assistance.
What news has come in with the tide?
An excellent hunt and find, friend. Each of these is nearly identical to the other. I do hope that finding them was not too difficult. I know that an order as specific and yet brought as perfect is less than ideal, but you appear to have understood the request perfectly. Oh, even more.
There is much to be done, and fewer hands by which to do it.
The demand for crocodile meat and hides remain high, friend. The latest requests want enough hides and meat to sustain my patron for a week. Go west to the shore, hunt the crocodiles for the meat and hides, and return to me when you finish your collection.
Do you have need of something?
When I signed on to the expedition, I hoped to seek my own fortune as a hunter of the magnificent. Now I am mired in the details of delivery and collection for the Union, and my dreams are filled with numbers of deliveries and counts of collection. I do not mean to complain. After all, you helped me as much as you have, friend. You see, there is an ancient crab rumor to stalk the shores to the north and east of where we are camped. Any who find this creature and collect a trophy from it will be met with a great accolades, I am sure. I wonder, would you be interested?
There is much to be done, and fewer hands by which to do it.
During the sunlight hours, it is said, a great crocodile of immense size and age makes its way to the beaches to sit and rest in the sun among the basks of crocodiles. Some have fought the creature only to be rescued near death from its jaws. Others have gone on the hunt and disappeared. I had wanted to make my marks as shore hunter by claiming its jaws as a trophy, but alas, my duty now is the daily effort of scribing and counting. Perhaps this is a pursuit you will find appealing. Alright. So, again, we made good progress today, but there are a lot of things that we can still do. And I'm not, well, I don't know if this is the perfect time to advance the epic or not, but I can double check that before continuing, and I will have an answer for you on the next one. For the time being though, this has been all on today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. Thank you so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.